That we run at CAB is Young Reporters for the Environment, or YRE. Now, this can be integrated into Eco Schools and it can be run separately as well. So it's another program like Eco Schools, an international program, and it's managed internationally by FEE. I think it's something like 46 countries. There are 72, 73 countries who are eco schools or participate in eco schools, and I'd have to double check, but I think YRE is 42 or something like that. So YRE is a program designed to empower young people to help them express issues, environmental issues they feel strongly about, and give them a platform to express these issues through writing, photography, or video. It develops their skills and knowledge about the environment, enhances communication and citizenship skills, initiative, teamwork, critical analysis, social responsibility, and leadership abilities. It's a way of teaching a sort of practical activism as well, environmental activism. I think it's really good for that, especially with high school kids who aren't sure or how to express their concerns in a sort of meaningful way, or a way that they feel will be listened to. All right. Sorry, I just heard the neighbour's dog come down, so my dog might start barking soon. Right. Now, the competition is an international competition where it accepts submissions from the 3 media categories I just mentioned: articles, photos, and videos. So all international submissions must adhere to the international guidelines, and that's set out by FEE. So we have writing, an original article of no more than 1,000 words, showing a link between local and global environmental events or phenomena. It must include feasible and constructive solutions to the environmental problem presented. So that's the thing I really like about this program. It's not just looking at, hey, this is a problem, but also sort of empowering and getting kids to educate themselves, or young people, I should say, as to some solutions to this environmental problem that they could then take to their local MP, they could voice in different ways. They can take a single reportage photo, so telling a story through one photo that truthfully and actively represents or captures the reality of a situation from an environmental perspective. As in, this is not a staged photograph, it's a photograph, for example, one of the winners this year, last and this year's, like, you know how in Europe their terms go from our winter to our winter. Anyway, they came from Greece and Turkey, and they were looking at their wildfires, their bushfires that are going on. So that's an example. Looking at bushfire damage would be an example of a reportage photo. A campaign photo, on the other hand, can be staged. So it's looking at raising awareness of an issue, promoting values, or inspiring positive action. So yeah, this can be staged and you posed with the intention of sending a message to the viewers. So those are both single photos. A photo story is looking at telling a story through 3 to 5 photos to help understand environmental issues or phenomena. Like the single photo reportage, it's a truthful and accurate stories through a series of candid photos, so not staged. Reportage video can be similar to a little documentary series. So based on news, events, history, facts, you can use elements of direct observation, research, interviews, and documentation. I've seen a few videos where they sort of set up their news desk and then they sort of, flash out to the field and someone reports from the field. Environmental campaign video. So this is a bit like the awareness photo, but in video form. So this is looking at things that can be staged with the intention of sending a message to the viewers, promoting certain values, inspiring positive action. So just going back, sorry, the reportage video is, very based on truth, can include interviews, but is more like the reportage photos. And the campaign video can be staged. All right, so internationally, the competition group categories there can be individual, so just one student, one person sending through a submission. It can be group submission, and we can also have international collaborators. Use my little asterisk. So we're working as well with Keep New Zealand Beautiful to partner schools across the Tasman. So getting schools together, or students together rather, it doesn't have to be the whole school, from Australia and New Zealand to submit their articles or photos or however they want to do it to the international competition. Now, there's the international competition, and I'm trialing. I really want to see how Australia would do as well, though, in a national competition, because the international competition and any international collaboration is only for these age groups here. So from 11 to 14 years, 15 to 18, 19 to 25. So these age groups are eligible for the international competition. I'm putting the feelers out this year, and I'm going to ask for registrations within Australia just for a national competition, just within us. We couldn't send it overseas to be judged internationally, for students who are in primary school, because I think they miss out a little bit on this program. Even if they're just photos or videos that get put together, I think it could be a really useful tool to help younger students learn how to sort of articulate and put together reports or campaigns about things that they feel strongly about. So yeah, so looking at international competition categories. So again, it could be a group of students, it could be an individual, or it could be partnered from an international collaboration. And it's the participant's age when they submit their entry into the national competition. And if they are a group, it's the eldest participant's age that determines the range that is selected. So schools submitting their reportage or their submitting their submissions into the national competition, will make sure it's all sort of sorted out and nice and neat before we submit anything to the international competition. All right. So YRE, we like steps. Apparently, Fee really likes a circular thing, which is great, is the model that we should be used. So YRE uses our 4-step methodology: investigate, propose solution, report, and disseminate. Investigate. I'm sure you're quite familiar with this investigation. Identifying and defining a local environmental issue. Looking up, evaluating relevant information from primary and secondary sources, identifying individuals and groups, different perspectives on the issues, their approaches to resolving it, and their assumption and goals. Conducting original research, such as surveys or questionnaires. It could be, that sort of microphone questionnaire if you're looking at a video. Interviewing key individuals to obtain first-hand information. looking at the relevant historical, economic, social, political implications, and linking the local environmental issue to the bigger global picture as well. All right, research solutions. So identify some possible solutions through experts, stakeholders, and evaluate how effective it could be, giving pros and cons. The solutions presented should be explained, well argued, and justified. Reporting, so getting it out, identify your target audience and choosing the best way to reach them, communicate with them. You know, which media do they read, watch, listen to? Putting it in the newspaper if you're sort of targeting a certain age group is not necessarily going to work. So how they will report on the issue and the appropriate journalistic format and style. So create an article, photograph, or video that documents the issue. Where possible, so suggest a solution through the expert stakeholder voices. I know that it's not always going to be possible if it's like a single photo reportage. You might not necessarily be able to get that in there. It should be written. We should have a little explanation with it, but just where possible. And also, this is something that Keep Australia Beautiful is big on as well as FEE, is taking a positive approach to inspiring change and finding a solution. So not just identifying the problem, but also what can we do? What are some steps that we can do? And disseminate, share the work. So get it out there, get it onto social media, radio, television, have an exhibition or a film show, at the school, try and get local events, into local events, get it out into the community. So YRE and Eco Schools, as I said, we like a circle. We like different steps and we like it to go round and round. So linking to the curriculum in older students, if you're in a high school, you know, in media, if you're doing photography media, those sorts of things, but also just in the investigation into an issue, the writing components as well. It could be art as well. It could be in drama, this high school and primary school. It really links well to projects that you might already be doing or are going to plan out for next year. Disseminate, so getting your message out there is informing and involving. So getting a message out through YRE is a really big tick in the informing and involving for Eco Schools, getting the community involved, having a day, having an exhibition of the school's photos or the school's reports. And also we'll share it as well. Proposing a solution can also fit into the action plan that you're making or editing. So looking at, you know, if the kids are investigating litter and you're looking at a litter in your Eco Schools project, that fits well in both. So that action plan and those solutions, proposing solutions. So I know that the YRE project might be quite a lot larger than the school, but everything you do at school has a huge impact as well, as I'm sure you know. All right, so you can just do YRE or Eco Schools. So they do complement each other. I will accept evidence from YRE as your Eco Schools evidence for any accreditation. They are two separate programs. You don't have to do both of them. I would encourage it, of course. So registration is going to open next February. I'll have everything sorted up and out by then. I'll send through, you know, EDM, media, emails, everything like that, get it up on social media. There is some information up on the Eco Schools website. There's a little YRE, Young Reporters for the Environment tab. So it's hosted on the Eco Schools website. The information, we're going to completely revamp that part of our website. There's still some really useful information there. So do check it out.